gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Weston Racing, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at a older set of Hot Wheels monster trucks. This is from 2022, so definitely an older set indeed. And you're going to notice that not even all the trucks here in package are correct for the year, but you know, whatever, they're still the correct trucks, and that's all that matters. So yeah, today we're looking at an older set of Hot Wheels monster trucks. I had this full case completed. We hadn't reviewed it yet, so I figured, hey, let's break out all the ones that I got loose and grab the ones that I got carded, and let's put them together. Since I am still waiting for case, let's see here, case K of the Hot Wheels monster trucks mainline for 2025. I have not seen that case yet, but waiting on that to show up at my Walmart so that way I can complete that set and do a video on it. I think that's the one with Slam Pre and the 5 alarm for the Sharks and Dinos series. But in the meantime, we have these. So yeah, older set we're looking at today, and we're not even going to start with any of the trucks on screen because like I said, it is an older set that I have definitely opened trucks from for different videos. So we got to go back a little bit and do some loosies first before we go ahead and jump into the carded trucks that we have in today's video. And yeah, this is going to be really, really interesting. So let's go ahead and kick it off with the first truck of the video, which is Buns of Steel. This was actually the case that Buns of Steel debuted in. The first ever monster trucks release of Buns of Steel was actually in this set, so that's pretty cool to see. I'm not gonna lie, I was a huge fan of the Buns of Steel Hot Wheels car, and then when they announced the monster truck, I was very, very excited. So this is super cool, getting to see this truck again, because I haven't seen this variant of it in quite some time. It's very nice to see the OG red one. Very, very cool. So this is Buns of Steel here. You got a red body with a yellow roll cage and dark gray chassis, black tires with black rims and chrome green bead locks, and then a blue window insert. On the side panel, you got the monster trucks logo with the fry basket kind of hashing back here. Buns of Steel Hot Wheels logo combo flip smash crush on the menu board there. Pretty sweet. And then you got Buns of Steel over here, Hot Wheels with all of the basket design over here. On the front, you got the grill with that nose cone there. On the hood for the air intake, got a painted visor. Buns of Steel with the Hot Wheels logo on the roof. Got some molded French fries, a very well done hamburger back here, which is pretty cool. And then on the back, you get the monster trucks logo with that basket design. And then my favorite detail in the whole truck is Ryu Asada's emblem right there, which, if I'm not mistaken, 2022 was the year for the Ryu Rides Hot Wheels cars. For those of you who don't know, Ryu Asada, who designed the Buns of Steel Hot Wheels car, passed away a while ago. So it's nice to see that even when he's not around, Hot Wheels is still honoring him and his creations. It's very, very cool to see, and I'm glad that that detail made it onto this truck. As a Hot Wheels fan, that's pretty awesome. Might not mean too much for you monster truck collectors, but as a Hot Wheels collector, that is a very beautiful detail on the truck right there. So there's that one. Next up, this is actually the whole reason why I couldn't review this set, is because of this next truck. The Back to the Future Time Machine. This was also the same case where this truck debuted, and I could never find it. I tried getting one secondhand, and they were always going for super expensive, but I managed, when they finally re-released the truck, I was like, let's go. That means I'll actually have an opportunity to get it this time. And yeah, here we are, the Back to the Future Time Machine monster truck. We got a silver body with a black roll cage, chrome chassis, black tires with chrome rims, and a tinted window insert. On the side panel, you got all the pipe, or all the wires and pipes going across the side here. And that's on both sides of the truck. On the front, you get the DMC logo, because this is a DMC DeLorean is what the Back to the Future Time Machine is. Couldn't have picked a better vehicle for the time machine in the movie. Like, you could not have done a better vehicle. These things are already so goofy as it is. They kind of look futuristic on the inside, but then to make one into a time machine is hilarious. On the back, one of my favorite details is they got the California Out of Time license plate on the back there, which is absolutely awesome. I love that little detail. Got all the little boosters with the tail lights and everything, fully painted this back end before they slapped that plastic piece on there, which is awesome. The flux capacitor and the generator and all that stuff back there. I'll be honest, I have not seen Back to the Future in its entirety. I've seen pieces of it, so I don't know what the flux capacitor actually looks like. I think it's actually inside the vehicle, but I genuinely don't know. I know that it's on the machine. I don't know what it looks like. I don't know where it is. I just know it's in there somewhere. So there you go, everybody. That is the Back to the Future Time Machine. It's one of the very few vehicle turned monster trucks ones that they've done that I actually really like. Like, I don't know why, but I feel like The Back to the Future time machine works extremely well as a monster truck for some reason. Like the Nissan Skyline from Fast and the Furious, nah. Dodge Charger from Fast and the Furious, nope. The Chevy Camaro, nah. The Back to the Future time machine works for some reason. I don't know why, but I feel like this works. Maybe because there's real life monster trucks like Lambo and Rat Attack that already kind of look like this. So maybe this is just a familiar look for me. I have no clue. All I know is that it works for some reason. Alrighty, let's go ahead and jump into our first carded truck of the video. This is going to be an interesting one here. For a series that we have not seen in a hot minute called the Psychedelic series, this is number 4 of 6. We have Hot Wheels Dairy Delivery. Going to be kicking off our carded trucks for today's video. I have had this truck since 2022 and I have not opened it, and I'm about to change that right here, right now. It's got blister damage. Holy crap. Let's do it. Been sitting on this truck for almost 3 years now, or for 3+ years now. Like, this is insane to actually finally open this up. Alrighty. So this is back when they had card inserts too. You got the Hot Wheels Dairy Delivery logo there. Very nice. Very nice. You got a orange Time of Taxi Crush car. Very cool. And let's take a look at the truck. Now, I will say the Psychedelic series from start to finish was pretty cool in my opinion. I thought it was a pretty neat little series. This one right here, in my opinion, might have been the most forgettable of the set because I feel like a lot of people kind of forget that this one existed. Actually, no, I'd say the most forgettable is probably Town Hauler. This one's second most forgettable. However, I'm not saying that this is bad. I'm just saying a lot of people, I think, forget that this truck exists because it didn't stand out. I did not realize this had a split paint job. Holy crap, that's cool. I don't think a lot of people realize that this truck exists. In fact, a couple of you watching this right now probably have never seen this truck before. So yeah, this is the Psychedelic Dairy Delivery. You got a metal flake black body with a green roll cage chrome chassis, black tires with black rims and yellow bead locks, and then a tinted blue window insert there. Got Monster Trucks logo. It's actually really neat. They changed the Monster Trucks logo to make it look more psychedelic and hippie-esque, I guess. And the Hot Wheels logo has been changed also. On the side panel, you get the acid trip, rainbows and stars. It kind of looks like the flowers from Bikini Bottom as well as some, I'm assuming, dandelions. I'm thinking that's what those are. I don't know, maybe daisies. I have no clue. They kind of look like eyeballs a little bit. Like if you were tripping on acid, this paint scheme would probably be a little horrifying. On this side, you got the Hot Wheels done up in yellow. I'm not gonna lie, not really the biggest fan of that just because of what's behind it. I feel like this looks cool, but I kind of wish the rainbow effects were not in the background because it kind of makes it a bit distracting. Like the colors just mesh together. Monster Trucks, you got I love the grass on the fenders. That's really cool. And then across the top, the hood and roof of the truck mesh together, as you can see here, and form a swirl of rainbow with a Hot Wheels logo, spiral, the daisies, the flowers, and the Monster Trucks logo right there. And then on the back, you get the Monster Trucks logo as well with all of that. Very well painted truck. Got to give credit where credit is due. They barely left. I mean, the only part is the grill. Other than that, they pretty much painted the entirety of this truck. So well done, Hot Wheels. It's actually a pretty solid little piece. I'm not going to lie. I kind of feel like this truck is slightly underrated. Pretty nice looking. So yeah, there you go. That is the Psychedelic Dairy Delivery. Trippy Milk. I don't know. That sounded better in my head. Anyways, there's that. Speaking of a series that is long forgotten, next up, number 1 of 5 for the Comic Book Crashers, a series where trucks were painted to look like they were straight out of comic books. This series was really cool. Got to give credit where credit is due, Hot Wheels. Very cool series. And this was number 1 of 5 for that series. It was Rhinomite. Now, this is actually really funny. This was the first ever Rhinomite that I actually owned. It took me forever to get the blue one. Finally managed to get my hands on that. I still don't own the gray Rhinomite. That gray Rhinomite is still an item I'm hunting for. So yeah, here's the comic book Rhinomite. And I'm not going to lie to you, this thing's pretty sick. Like, it's pretty neat looking. Let's go ahead and rip her open. Hit him with the old Ripperella. Let's see what we got here. Here we go. So here is the nameplate here. I'm not exactly the biggest fan of the nameplate. Kind of could use a little bit more detail in my opinion. And for Crush Car, we got a Green Cruise Bruiser. Throw that sucker down there. Here we go. Here is the Comic Book Crashers Rhinomite. I mean, tell me this is not amazing. So good. And I'm pretty sure every single comic book truck had a split paint job. So I'm pretty sure the other side of this is different than this side. So we got a white body with a red roll cage, yellow chassis, black tires with red rims, and a dark blue bead lock setup. And then an orange window insert. pretty sick. You also got yellow horns and a blue tail. So this thing is pretty much all over the place. On the side panel, you got Rhinomite with Hot Wheels and the monster trucks all sectioned off in comic book panels. All the different parts are. You got Crush with the teeth, and then that really cool POW effect coming out right there in red. That looks really awesome. By the way, I just got to say this before we flip to the other side. This being the first installment to the comic book Crashers, what a start. Like this, I haven't even seen the other side of this thing, and I can already tell you this was just a fantastic start to the series. On this side, it is Crash in green this time. So you got Crush and Crash with that green, looking awesome. The teeth, Rhinomite, all that detail there. On the front, you got Boom, which makes sense for Rhinomite, having Boom on the front there. On the hood, you've got some stippling, comic book stippling with some stars. On the roof, Hot Wheels with some lightning bolts. Again, more stippling here with some explosions. And then on the back, we have Vroom on the side on there with a explosion, stippling, all the stars. None of the back, Hot Wheels, lightning bolts with that POW effect. Guys, dare I say perfect? I mean, I don't really think, maybe they could have done some different colors in certain spots, but really don't think Hot Wheels could have done this truck better. I'd say this is pretty perfect. Very, very well done. Comic book Crashers, man. It's been a while since I've reviewed a comic book Crasher truck, and it just made me realize how badly I missed that series. I mean, maybe you guys can agree, but like the comic book Crashers were pretty dope. I mean, that series was neat. Okay, moving on to our next truck here. Let me check real quick to make sure I got all my stuff correct here. Okay. Our next truck up here is the one that is not even in the correct series here. It is the Corvette monster truck. I am actually genuinely shocked I have not reviewed this truck yet on this channel, that this is my first time reviewing it. As you can see, this was the 2021 release of the truck. It was number 2 of 6 in the fan favorites. That's not really relevant here. Package design is different. It's the same truck is all you need to know. It's just I'm opening a different year of that truck. Oh, also you got to know that the card inserts were different. Look at that Corvette logo. That's sick. Card inserts were different. The package design itself was insanely different from how it used to be. And not only all of that, but your accessory that you got in 2021 was the rubber crush cars. And these, in my opinion, miles better than the Connect and Crash crush cars. Hot Wheels, if I could recommend it, please bring these back and do these as your crush cars instead of the Connect and Crash ones, because these ones are so much better. So much better. I mean, seriously, like the Connect and Crash ones are cool because they, they can stick together and stuff, but the rubber ones you can actually crush. Like, I feel like that alone is a good enough sell point for those, you know what I mean? All right. Here we go, the Corvette monster truck. Again, kind of proving my point, I think, of why I think this one works so well is because, like I said, a Corvette monster truck, that's literally Rat Attack IRL. That exists. So this exists, Cliff Starbird's Monster Vet. And I think because this one has a similar shape, it's kind of the same idea. So, I don't know. I might be crazy. Who knows? So we got a black body, or actually, oh no, it is black. It's black with gold metal flake. So black gold metal flake body with a dark gray roll cage chrome chassis, black tires with chrome rims, and a yellow window insert. On the side panel, you got number 84 here. I think it's an 84 Camaro is why that number is there. Monster trucks, you got the Hot Wheels logos down the side, Hot Wheels logo up there with some striping in gold and red. That is on both sides. On the front, you've got the headlights, the Corvette emblem, 84 Hot Wheels with the flame logos, the gold and orange stripes, Corvette, and then on the back, Hot Wheels Monster Trucks 21. That's pretty sick. Look at that. I always love a printed license plate. That's a detail that on both Hot Wheels Monster Trucks and Hot Wheels cars, I always love when they do the license plate. Look at this back detail, though. That is beautiful. Corvette, taillights, all the stripes, California, Hot Wheels Monster Trucks 21. That is very, very nice. So there you go. That is the Corvette monster truck there. Pretty basic in idea, but in execution, pretty solid. I do like that one, I'll be honest. Okay, all the rest of our trucks in today's video are loose, so let's go ahead and take a look at these final 3. Starting off, we have Tiger Shark. Who can forget Tiger Shark? It's the OG. I'm really not even going to go that deep into a review of this truck. You got an orange body with a black roll cage chrome chassis, black tires with orange rims, and a tinted window insert. Only thing you need to know about this Tiger Shark is that it is the one with the white window insert and not the gray one. That's really all you need to know. Other than that, it's Tiger Shark. And quite frankly, if you don't care that much about variations, then it doesn't even matter to you in the first place. So there you go. Tiger Shark was in this case. Next up is the Volkswagen Drag Bus. Here is a truck that I have not seen in forever. Very cool to see this truck back. However, I kind of have had this truck ruined for me, and I'll explain why. So we got a white body with a black roll cage chrome chassis, black tires with chrome rims, and a tinted window, or actually it's just a clear window insert. On the side panel, you got Hot Wheels monster trucks, or Hot Wheels and monster trucks with these ghost flames going down the side, which look really cool. This side is exactly the same, but mirrored. On the front, you got the Volkswagen logo with the headlights and reflectors. Love that design. That is very, very nice. On the back, you got the tail lights here and that jet engine, because it is a drag bus, so it's got a jet engine. And then on the roof, you got the Hot Wheels logo on the spoiler, and then you've got the ghost flames on the roof as well. However, I recently had this ruined for me because, as somebody pointed out to me, these don't really look like flames, and they look more like certain ghost snakes, if you will. If you know, you know. And yeah, that is all I can see now when I look at this, because that is what that looks like. It is a very unique flame design, and it does look cool as flames, but once you hear the other way, you cannot unsee it, and it kind of sucks. At least these still look like flames. That's a good thing. But yeah, everybody, there you go. That's the Volkswagen Drag Bus right there. Very, very cool. And then our final truck for today's video is Thanos, another truck that I feel like we have not seen in forever. So we've got, I guess, a purple body because of the, oh no, what color is the body? It's gold. So we got a gold body with a black chassis, black roll cage, black tires, black rims, gold beadlocks, and a blue window insert. On the side panel, you can see all of this technological designs on the side here, with some gold trim and stuff. You got the grill design here, which looks like Thanos' chin. You got the headlights, the reflectors, the helmet design built into this truck. The tail lights. I'm sure this truck was really cool for a lot of Marvel fans when it first dropped, but me personally, I never was that big of a fan of it. I will say I thought it was really cool that in the back of the truck, you have this engine setup here that has all the Infinity Stones on it and is kind of meant to represent the Infinity Gauntlet. That's pretty sick. So yeah, everybody, there you go. And that was the final truck for the video, the Thanos right there. So let's bring everybody back on screen here to close out the video. We're going to close out the video together, guys. That's cringe. All right. Honestly, not a terrible set of trucks. I'd say there's a lot of trucks that I personally don't care for in here. Like, I don't know. The Thanos truck, I'm not really that big of a fan of. Tiger Shark, you know, how many Tiger Sharks do you really need? That, and I don't think the truck is that great in the first place. The Corvette, or the Volkswagen Drag Bus, is cool, but I wouldn't exactly describe it as my favorite thing in the world. Same can be said with the Corvette. Back to the Future Time Machine, I feel the same way. Buns of Steel, the Psychedelic Dairy Delivery, and Rhinomite, on the other hand, I would probably say are my all-stars for this set. I think all three of those trucks are pretty sick. You guys are going to have to let me know what you think in the comments and in the live chat. And with that being said, that is all I got for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next diecast unboxing video. Thank you, and good night.